she doesn't love you. She emotionally uses you. Here's how to recognize the signs. First of all, subscribe to the channel, turn on notifications, and share your experience in the comments. Talking about this is the first step to recognizing patterns, strengthening your awareness, and realizing that you are not alone. Many times we confuse love with attention, care, or acts of affection. When we are emotionally vulnerable, this confusion intensifies. You might be giving your all to someone who doesn't feel the same way about you. Recognizing this isn't easy, but it's necessary to free yourself. Women who emotionally use others have an impressive ability to read feelings. They notice your insecurities, needs, and expectations, and they use this strategically, even without consciously intending to hurt you. They create cycles of emotional highs and lows, alternating attention, affection, and distance, keeping you constantly on edge. You seek approval and reconciliation, while they maintain emotional control over the relationship. At first, everything seems perfect. Unexpected messages, compliments that touch exactly what you value, gestures that make you feel special and unique. But over time, absences, silences, and small frustrations appear, creating anxiety. You try to understand what you did wrong, but the truth is the problem isn't you. This pattern wears down your confidence, undermines your emotional stability, and creates dependence. Subtle control is a critical point. There are no shouting matches or explicit demands. Innocent-seeming phrases like, "Would you really do this for me?" or "Do you really care about me?" test your boundaries and shape your behavior. You adjust your life to please her without realizing you're giving in to manipulation. Guilt and anxiety become constant companions, reinforcing the cycle of emotional dependence. Victimization is another classic pattern. She creates situations in which you feel responsible for her emotional well-being. And when you respond or question her, she presents herself as the victim, making you feel guilty. This mechanism keeps you trapped, justifying efforts that never seem sufficient. You begin to blame yourself constantly, without realizing you're being emotionally used. Alternating idealization and devaluation are destructive patterns. At first, she seems charming, loving, and emotionally deep. Over time, subtle criticisms, strategic absences, and disinterest in important moments appear. This cycle generates anxiety and confusion, keeping you emotionally trapped, constantly trying to regain her attention and approval. Emotional projection is also common. She projects her unresolved pain, fears, and frustrations onto you. Because you are emotionally available, you absorb these burdens, feeling responsible for problems that are not yours. Her selective empathy reinforces confusion. She shows care when it suits her, making you believe in genuine love, but ignores your feelings when they aren't convenient. Concrete signs include unexplained disappearances, reappearances with charm and apologies, subtle criticisms, and manipulation of facts to create guilt and dependence. Recognizing these signs is essential to break the cycle. Your self-esteem is directly affected. Over time, you doubt yourself, your choices, and your worth. This emotional wear isn't accidental. It's a direct consequence of the manipulation cycle. Even when you try to step back or set boundaries, you feel guilt, insecurity, or fear, as if you're betraying or abandoning someone. This psychological effect creates constant alertness and emotional anxiety. True love doesn't create unilateral dependence, doesn't manipulate feelings, and doesn't require you to diminish yourself to please someone else. True love builds, supports, respects, and promotes mutual growth. If you don't feel this, it's time to reflect on your position in the relationship. The process of recognition is painful. You'll feel anger, sadness, and frustration. That's normal. But allowing yourself to feel is different from staying stuck in pain. Awareness is liberating. Identifying patterns allows you to act consciously, set clear boundaries, and rebuild self-esteem. Boundaries aren't empty words. They are consistent actions. Knowing when to step back, say no, and resist emotional blackmail is essential. People who use emotional manipulation repeatedly test your limits. Your firmness and consistency are the key to reclaiming emotional power. Your internal narrative is also crucial. Thoughts like, "She's the only one who understands me," or "If I lose her, I'll never find anyone like her," reinforce dependence and fear. Recognizing that these thoughts are rooted in emotional need, not reality, is essential for liberation. Let's look at practical examples. Imagine she sends a message saying she misses you but is too busy to meet. You feel anxious and try to get her attention, perhaps sending multiple messages trying to reconnect. Later, she reappears with charming apologies and temporary affection. This cycle creates expectation and reinforces manipulation. Another example. She compliments you on something small, then immediately criticizes another action, making you doubt yourself. This alternating approval and criticism keeps your emotional stability disrupted. You live according to her moods, adjusting behavior to avoid rejection or conflict. When you try to set limits, she reacts emotionally with silence, tears, or accusations. You feel guilty for protecting yourself, but in reality, you are preserving your emotional balance. This pattern turns any attempted autonomy into guilt or subtle threat. Emotional dependence also shows in thoughts like, "She's the only one who can make me happy," or "If I lose her, I'll never find someone like her again." These thoughts are constructed by the manipulative dynamic and constant highs and lows. Awareness of these patterns is the first step to breaking free. There are subtler emotional traps you must know. Indirect provocation. She hints at situations to trigger insecurity, watches your reaction, and uses it to justify criticism or manipulation. Constant comparison. She mentions others explicitly or subtly, provoking jealousy and feelings of inadequacy. Each strategy reinforces emotional dependence and erodes self-esteem. Another pattern is the continuous demand for gratitude. She does something small, but expects eternal admiration, while your efforts and feelings are minimized or ignored. This imbalance creates a constant cycle of emotional effort, reinforcing the idea that you must earn attention and affection. Recovery strategies involve mindfulness, rebuilding self-esteem, and establishing clear boundaries. First, observe patterns without judgment. Second, define boundaries and consistently enforce them. Third, invest in yourself, passions, hobbies, friends, emotional health. The more you value yourself, the less vulnerable you become. Keeping track of interactions is an advanced strategy. Writing down behaviors, patterns, and feelings helps identify cycles, manipulations, and triggers. External clarity reduces internal confusion and strengthens conscious decisions. Working on self-compassion is crucial. Realizing you emotionally invested in someone who didn't reciprocate isn't failure, it's experience. Allow yourself to feel pain, frustration, and anger, but use these emotions as fuel for growth and rebuilding. Redefining relationship criteria is vital. Healthy love requires reciprocity, respect, and emotional stability. Don't settle for less. Evaluate behaviors, actions, and consistency, not just words or fleeting gestures. True love builds and strengthens. It doesn't create constant anxiety or feelings of insufficiency. Understanding emotional reward cycles is essential. High and low cycles activate your brain's reward system, similar to addiction. You feel euphoria when receiving attention, even briefly, and despair when she distances herself. Recognizing this helps demystify intense emotions and act with emotional rationality. Every interaction teaches about yourself, your limits, and what you should accept. Use this awareness to grow emotionally, not to punish yourself. Assertive communication is key. Instead of reacting emotionally, express feelings and boundaries clearly. Phrases like, "I need time for myself," or "I can't accept when you do this," strengthen emotional power and reduce manipulation. Recognizing patterns, acting firmly, rebuilding self-esteem, and establishing clear boundaries is liberating. It's not just about ending abusive relationships. It's about reclaiming control over your emotions and your life. You deserve genuine love, respect, reciprocity, and emotional stability. Don't accept less. Recognizing patterns, acting consciously, and strengthening self-esteem is the key to truly healthy relationships. She doesn't love you. She emotionally uses you. Now you know, you see it, and you have the power to change. Make a conscious choice. Subscribe, Share your experience in the comments and strengthen your awareness. Help others identify similar patterns and learn from every experience. Change begins within you. Value yourself, set boundaries, observe patterns, and don't allow anyone to dictate your happiness or worth. Healthy love is reciprocal, respectful, and consistent. You deserve that.